This 17 News at Noon podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
A former Kern County Fair maintenance supervisor accused of illegally making off with thousands of dollars. What he allegedly did to get that money coming up. Doctors this winter face a war on two fronts. One enemy, COVID-19, which experts expect to surge again in the coming months. And the other, predicted severe flu season. Why this year could be particularly bad. And Bakersfield native Corbin Burns joins one of the most exclusive clubs in the sport. What the Centennial graduate had to say after the big win and the emotional response from his father. All that and more on this Thursday, November 18th, 2021. Well, thanks so much for joining us at 17 News at Noon. I'm Chris Burton. And arrests have been made after a 10-car chain reaction crash Tuesday night. Bakersfield police yesterday arrested 19-year-old Jose Catarina Reyes on charges of felony hit and run and driving without a license. Catarina Reyes is believed to be the driver of the truck that caused the crash and then fled the scene. Police say the vehicles were slowing or stopped for a red light when the truck failed to slow and hit a vehicle, starting the domino effect. One woman was taken to the hospital in critical condition. As of now, no update has been given on her status. BPD also arrested 25-year-old Antonio Catarina Reyes for accessory to hit and run. And in our 17 homicide tracker, another deadly shooting in Kern County. Bakersfield police are investigating a homicide in East Bakersfield. Officers were called to Latham Street near Dennis Court around 6 last night. A man was shot and taken to the hospital where he later died. Police say no arrests have been made and there is no suspect information at this time. By our count, at least 125 people have been killed in Kern County this year. Meantime, authorities have confirmed who killed whom in the murder-suicide between a married couple. It happened the night of November 8th on Lotus Lane in South Bakersfield. Police now saying 59-year-old Manuel Martin Portillo Mesa killed his wife, 56-year-old Delanira Sanchez Baltazar, before turning the gun on himself. Bakersfield police say the motive for the shootings remains under investigation. We checked court records and found no history of domestic violence between the two. And we've also learned one person was killed in a head-on collision on the southbound 5 freeway near Lost Hills. According to California Highway Patrol, one person was also taken to the hospital. Officers were called to the crash just before 3:30 yesterday afternoon. The crash blocked both lanes of the 5 freeway just north of State Route 46 for several hours. And in your 17 Crime Watch, a former Kern County Fair maintenance supervisor is accused of making thousands of dollars from illegally recycling scrap metal. 65-year-old William Joseph Herbert Jr. illegally recycled almost 24 tons of metal over a 2-year period for personal profit of just over $6,100, according to newly released court documents. A witness told an investigator Herbert used a personal business name to recycle materials so he could immediately get a cash payment and to prevent a check from being mailed to the Kern County Fair. Prosecutors in August charged Herbert with three counts of grand theft. The next hearing in the case is set for February. Well, you might hear about a large-scale emergency happening out at Bakersfield Airport today, but don't be alarmed, it was just a drill. The Kern County Airports Department held an emergency response exercise at 8 this morning, simulating a commercial plane crash with several local emergency crews, including the police, fire, and the sheriff's office, participating. Drills like this are designed to help agencies prepare a coordinated and quick response in case something like this actually happens. The FAA requires all commercial airports conduct a full-scale exercise every 3 years. And airport officials say they're going to issue a press release with more information about the event later this afternoon.
Hello, this is Tim Callahan with Clinica Sierra Vista, and we're excited to unveil the Community Health Center of the Future, our comprehensive care center. It's located right across the street from Memorial Hospital. We have every service under one roof, from family medicine, OBGYN care, dental services for adults and children, behavioral health, and much more. So find your way to better care at Clinica Sierra Vista this year at our Comprehensive Care Center. Visit our website, clinicasierravista.org, for the latest on this project. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back. And making headlines around the nation, the Senate has honored the American troops killed in this summer's attack at Hamid Karzai Airport in Afghanistan. Last night, the Senate unanimously passed a bill posthumously awarding the 13 service members the Congressional Gold Medal. The bill passed on unanimous consent without a roll call vote. The same bill was already passed by the House. It now heads to President Biden's desk for his signature. And tense hours yesterday in the courthouse in Kenosha, Wisconsin, where the jury finished a second day of deliberating the fate of Kyle Rittenhouse. His lawyers made a new demand for the mistrial, this time over some video evidence. The Cal State system requires all staff and students on campus to get vaccinated, but a recent report shows the rule is not evenly enforced. CSU Bakersfield, in fact, has one of the lowest vaccination rates of all state universities. According to Cal Matters, vaccination rates show Cal State Stanislaus and CSU Bakersfield rank the lowest in student vaccination percentages, with about 66% of their student bodies vaccinated. The data shows Cal State Long Beach, Cal Maritime, and San Diego State University has seen near complete compliance with vaccination rates at or above 95%, and several campuses' student vaccination rates are still higher than the counties they're located in. Kern County's vaccination rate, for example, this morning stands at 46%. Now to the latest on the coronavirus. As we continue to track a slow decline of new case rates in Kern County, we still continue to learn of more deaths. Public Health this morning reported another 222 people have been infected with COVID-19 and 10 new deaths were reported. The situation in our hospitals, however, continues to improve. As we're headed into the holidays, 200 people are in the hospital, 45 are in the ICU. Hospitalizations haven't been this low since the middle of August. And while conditions are improving here at home, the nation's health officials are concerned about rising COVID-19 case numbers around the country, with Thanksgiving just a week away. A decision from the FDA could come today, giving the green light to Pfizer's COVID booster shot for all people over 18 who got their second dose more than 6 months ago. All Californians over 18 are already eligible for boosters due to state guidance, but FDA approval would make tens of millions of Americans eligible to get another shot of protection. About half the country has seen an uptick in cases, especially in the Midwest and the Northeast. Hospitalizations in people vaccinated but not yet boosted are on the rise too.
When we compare rates of COVID-19 disease between those who are vaccinated with 2 doses and those who have received a booster dose, the rate of disease is markedly lower for those who received their booster shot, demonstrating our boosters are working.
The CDC says people who are not vaccinated should consider scrapping plans to travel for the holiday altogether. A panel is set to discuss booster shots tomorrow, setting up the possibility that Pfizer's booster could be approved for all adults nationwide by the weekend.
Well, your 2021 National League Cy Young Award winner is Corbin Burns from the Milwaukee Brewers.
From the fields of Northwest Bakersfield to the annals of MLB history, Corbin Burns joins the most exclusive club in baseball. The Centennial High graduate edged out Dodgers ace Max Scherzer and Phillies pitcher Zach Wheeler to take home the 2021 NL Cy Young Award. The 27-year-old just wrapped up an incredible season in which he became the first pitcher in the modern era to lead all pitchers in strikeout rate, walk rate, and home run rate. He also tied a record by striking out 10 straight batters and threw 8 innings of a combined no-hitter. I watched that game. That was incredible. The Bakersfield native credited his father, Rick, for introducing him to the game on the fields of Northwest baseball.
Go back to a young age, getting me on the mound, it was my dad. He was the one that he coached us, and both me and my brother coached us from I was probably 9 or 10 up until high school. So it's definitely the credit goes to him for getting us into baseball.
It's hard to describe, because at the end of the day, he's still your kid, and it's so at one point you're watching a major league pitcher create a history and break records, but at the same time, it's still the the little kid you watch grow up at age 5 playing baseball, and you reflect on a lot of that kind of stuff as well.
Well, massive congratulations to Corbin Burns.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.